Hey family, it's your girl Wordplay Queen. I'm coming to you all today with another message. I got them gems for y'all. So today we are going to focus on intuition and discernment. I think a lot of people know what intuition is, but I don't think you know exactly what it is and like how important it really is to being able to manifest the future and the reality that you want to be living in. So, intuition is basically your ability to acquire knowledge without needing to resort to your conscious reasoning. It's like an immediate feeling, that gut feeling. It's the inner voice. It's the thing that guides you, and sometimes it's that thing that we tend to ignore. And it's not good to ignore it's not good to ignore your intuition, because your intuition is what guides you. If anything else is guiding you, it's literally an outside force. And why would you want something from the outside guiding your internal map? This is what bridges the gap between our consciousness and our unconscious mind. It's literally instinct and reason put together. And a lot of people tend to ignore their instincts because, what they want to call it, like a hunch. People like to frown upon people who go off of hunches and gut feelings, like you don't have no proof, or you don't have no tangible like reasoning behind why do you feel like this. That is your intuition, and you should absolutely trust that before you trust anything on the outside trying to tell you anything about anything. Because if you have a feeling in your gut, which is a part of your chakras, then that means that, and I'm still learning about chakras, but I'm going to be doing a video about the chakras and how to break that down and how to elevate yourself and do meditations that can get you to a point where you are able to pinpoint your chakras. Because our third eye, the one that gives us the most knowledge and insight, that is a part of your chakras. So your intuition is that gut feeling. It tells you things when something isn't right, or when a person isn't right. Have you ever been around somebody or in a situation and it just felt negative? Like nothing negative even happened yet, but you feel it like something doesn't feel right about this. Or a person is telling you something and you're like, that don't sound like the truth. And you might chalk it up to your insecurities, or you might chalk it up to you just being crazy. But in reality, what it is your intuition. Only if, see, the thing about intuition is it can get tricky if you're an emotional person, because sometimes emotions can feel like intuition because they come just as quick. But the difference is that intuition it goes along with discernment. It's basically your ability, and discernment is your ability to be able to judge something well. And you do that by using your intuition. And it cannot be based upon emotions, because emotions flee. Emotions come and emotions go. So if you say, a good example of that is, say someone made you upset last week, and when you saw them again, you were upset. And they tell you something, and now because you're upset, you think they're lying. That's not your intuition. That's your emotions trying to reason with you in a way that really doesn't even make sense. Okay? So your intuition gives you the ability to know something directly without needing any reasoning. Like knowing that this person shouldn't be your friend without even experiencing being their friend. That's your intuition. And that's something that you should absolutely listen to. Instincts and reason tend to help you make the best decisions, and you have to use both of those together. A lot of people function simply off of reasoning. They function off of, oh, I read this, so it must be true. Oh, someone told me this, so it must be true. Or the world around me that I see must be true because they're affirming what I'm reading. Like a good example of that is, you read a headline and it says 2 black men were shot, and then you see people protesting on the news. Okay, so in your mind, you done already made up what it is, but you didn't really dive deep and let your intuition guide you about the situation. Because what if there was more that you needed to know? That's not good decision making skills as far as what you harbor as the truth. Because discernment and intuition lead you to the truth. If you are ever in a situation where you are confused or you don't know what to do, those are your internal guiding systems, like a GPS literally installed inside of you to tell you which directions to go. You only have to quiet your mind and control your emotions to be able to access it. And then once you access it, man, your intuition is lit. Like, you can win lottery tickets. This is a small example, but you can get inklings about a lot of things that can keep you out of situations and put you in even better situations. So when discernment is normally linked with religion, but I'm talking about spiritual discernment, which is what you can trace back to Catholic and Christianity. But I'm talking about being able to feel your spiritual guiding system when it comes to matters of your life. This is something that is a gift for many people. Not many people, but it's a gift. Many people have it, and we just need to strengthen it. So I have a few techniques that you can use to be able to strengthen your discernment and your intuition. But if you have this gift, that means that you can sense things on a spiritual level. And I mean good and evil. I mean good and gooder. I mean, in a way, like, you can sense levels of things. Once you get to the point where you trained it so well, you'll be able to not be psychic, but you'll know things before you even have to experience them, if that makes sense. And if you have discernment and you have intuition, not even just discernment though, but if you just have intuition, you will be a person who is not easily misled. And that is key to obtaining success in your life, because there will be things that come at you from all different angles. There will be news, there will be politics, there will be all type of stuff that's going to come at you in life. You have to know and you have to be able to discern and be intuitive when you make decisions. Your unconscious tells you to pick one thing and you fight against it. You shouldn't do that. Like, if your body is telling you today, a simple example, say you're driving down the street, right? Your intuition is also that little voice in your head. Something tells you there's a fork at the road, and something tells you go right. It's telling you this internally, but your map, like the GPS on your car, is telling you, no, you're supposed to go left. Who would you trust? Say you don't trust yourself and you go left, like the GPS, the little machine is telling you to. You go left and it leads you to a cliff. But the GPS thought it was the right way, and you put faith in something that wasn't yourself. But had you went right, it would have led you to the paradise you were seeking. That's how important it is. A calm mind is what breeds the most trustworthy intuition. And I have a few methods for you to be able to tap into your intuition. Now, 5 methods, okay? I love 5. 5 is such a well-rounded amount of ways that you can give someone to do things, because you have plenty of options, and it's not in no chronological order. You can do whatever feels most comfortable to you first and work your way through the list. Most important to gaining better intuition and discernment skills is you have to keep a journal. And I say this so much because journaling, putting your words into written form, before they were really able to understand, they were drawing pictures. Like, it's important to be able to see what you feel and what you want to do and all of that stuff. So you need to journal on a daily basis. It's been proven that if you journal, it opens up your unconscious mind, and your unconscious mind is what holds everything. It's how you action. It's how you make a lot of your actions. And your unconscious mind holds a lot of your past, and it's things that you probably might need to unpack in order to connect with yourself on a deeper level. Another thing that you can do, number 2, is you have to stop quieting your inner voice. When your intuition is telling you something or is guiding you a certain kind of way, you have to start trusting yourself. You can't second guess yourself. Have you ever been in an experience where you was like, dang, had I just went with my first mind? What do you think your first mind is? Your first mind is your intuition. It's your guidance system. Had you just went with your first mind, things would have worked out differently, huh? So 2, stop quieting your inner voice. Trust yourself more. Listen to yourself without judgment and without fear of the consequence of listening to yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You cannot function through your life not believing in yourself and then expect to have a purpose where other people are supposed to believe in you. That's just not how it works. Number 3, meditation. And this is going to correlate with a lot of spiritual guidance. You have to meditate. You have to be able to sit and not forcefully, but actively and consciously guide your mind and go through your thought patterns and emotions. That is the best way that you're going to be able to control not only your thoughts and your emotions and your habits, but that's another way that you're going to be able to build up your intuition. That inner voice is going to start speaking to you louder and louder. You're going to start getting more feelings, because intuition is feeling. It's not emotion. It is a feeling of itself. Number 3, never make, and see, that's what I was just saying. Never make decisions based off your emotions. Never make decisions based off your emotions. Your emotions will come and go based upon the situations that you're in or things that you have not dealt with. Your intuition is not your emotions. Your intuition is a feeling in of itself. You cannot base any decisions that you make off of emotions. You have to stop doing that if you do it. Number 5, was that 1, 2, 3? Number 5, lastly, you have to test out your intuition and trust yourself. And by test out your intuition, I mean something as simple as, you know how sometimes you can sense before your phone will ring, or you can tell how a person is feeling, or you can sense how a situation will go. I'm sorry, y'all, it's a bee right here. I ain't scared or nothing. I don't want to kill it, but I'm slightly allergic. Yes, I don't know why he near me like that. He want to be on my shoe. Okay, so you have to practice. Practice makes perfect, right? And none of us have it all together, and we want to all be able to one day trust ourselves. Once you begin to trust yourself, you'll be able to discern the truth better. Like all this stuff going on in the world right now, you reading all these different news articles, you really don't know left from right, because it's one side of politics telling you one thing, the other side's telling you one thing. But if you had discernment and intuition and it was strong, you would know what the truth was. Like when people ask me what I know, like when people ask me how I know what I know, I say it's my spirit. My spirit guides me. My spirit tells me. It tells me when something is good. It tells me when something is bad. It tells me which is worse. It tells me the direction I need to go. I use my spirit like a GPS, like the GPS I use on my phone when I don't know where to go. When I don't know where to go, I consult my spirit. So I appreciate you all tuning in with me today. I think that this was a very good message, and if you have any other questions about intuition or discernment or the different ways that you can be able to channel yours better, please message me or comment. If you like this message and you think it's something somebody else needs to hear, please share with me. I would love it if we got this out and people start discussing the power that our spirit truly has and how we are able to find truth within ourselves. Everyone, have a blessed weekend. It's Friday. Hey, I hope that y'all have a good weekend, and tune in with me tomorrow. I'll have another message.